Let us begin.
Yay!
Ghazi, hello.
Hi, how you doing, Alakbar?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Very good, yeah. Thank you.
Well, introduce yourself.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm Ghazi Youssef. I'm the software lead for Steam, and also, yeah, fourth year computing and electronics student.
Really nice.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do in your sub team?
So there's three main things going on, I would say, at the moment. So we've got our Alexa system for the smart home. So we're building skills for that to kind of integrate some information about the team and just also useful skills for people to have access to. Some things that don't come default with Alexa. We've also got an AR and VR app that's been created. So we're working with VR Craftworks to make an app that will basically demo the house. It's going to have two stages. There's going to be an augmented reality stage, which is what we're working on at the moment, and that will be for people who actually come onto the site in Dubai. They can download it on their phone, and then they can look around at QR codes that'll be placed around the house, and it'll give them a little bit of information, and it'll pop up in 3D, so it's like a cool little way of showcasing
that's
stuff
really
around the
nice.
house. And then the VR side will be afterwards, which will basically be using an Oculus headset. So for people who can't make it to Dubai, they could go to some form of expo, or if they have their own Oculus, they could download it, have a look, and they can basically be in a 3D model of the house, walking around as if they were actually there, and they can see all the interactions that we've built for augmented reality too.
That's really cool stuff. So you're working with our sponsors then?
Yep. So VR Craftworks is one of our sponsors who's helping us build that. And then with Alexa, we've got sponsors from Amazon. And then for our building management system, we've got sponsors all over the place. We've got like GE Current and their Daintree team who are helping us. We've got Upanor, Sunamp, all these teams that are all part of the utilities around the house that are all core to the building management system.
That's excellent stuff. And I heard that recently you became the head of the software team. What was that like, becoming a team lead?
It was scary, yeah. I mean, my hope was to have an internship this summer, and I didn't know how much time I'd be able to commit, but I didn't get one. So, when the software lead came along, I thought, all right, well, I'm not doing an internship. I've got lots of time. Let's take this opportunity and go for it. And yeah, at that point, I'd pretty much just been working on the AR and the VR app with VR Craftworks, so I was very close with them. And then suddenly, it's like the walls just got way bigger, and there was so much more in scope, and I had to think about the building management. I had to think about Alexa stuff. I had to think about managing the team and meetings. But then also, there's so much stuff that the software outside of the software team that you kind of need to know, just stuff about the house, and then also working on construction site as well. It was suddenly just a lot of work, but a lot of fun. The more you get involved, the more you get out of it. So it was a lot of work, but it was worth it.
For sure, I feel the exact same way as a team lead for my sub team as well. Oof. It's a lot of work sometimes. Rewarding though, just like you said, rewarding.
Exactly.
Well, how did you find out about Team Esteem? Like, what made you join?
Actually, it was one of my professors, Ron, who did my artificial intelligence course in Ron Patrick, that's one. Yeah. He was doing AI in my first semester of third year, and just one of the lectures. He just at the very start just gave us like a 5-minute overview of Team Esteem, and if you email here, you can join. And I just thought that looks really interesting. At that point, I really hadn't done much outside of uni, aside from my degree, so I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity to really get stuck in with something. I went for it, emailed the team, and then joined, and then that was it. Slowly started coming to meetings, and
it's that easy.
It was really easy to get involved actually, and everyone was so lovely, and it wasn't like difficult to engage with the team. I felt like I was part of it as soon as I joined, so that was nice.
Yeah. Well, how are you handling the remote working aspect of it? Because with COVID and everything, we can't really do much in person, except from this construction site.
Yeah.
What's that like?
At the start, it wasn't great. You could see that there's a lot of stuff that you wish you could be doing, especially when you're building a house. You can't really build a house remotely. So,
of course.
You know what I mean? So you're thinking of all these systems and trying to put them together, but you're doing it all, through software and testing, and it's still a lot of fun. I mean, for me, because I'm in the software team, there's still a lot you can do. I mean, I'm lucky and I'm blessed, to be honest, that the kind of course that I'm doing and the work that I do is so well tailored to remote working that it wasn't a massive shift. A lot of my work is just being done on a computer anyway. But yeah, I still, I'm a sociable person, so I missed being able to interact with people in person, and I could see that like it was a bit slower to get things, get the ball rolling and get things happening when you're kind of just meeting people virtually and not in person. But yeah, I think overall I managed okay, like just kind of took it in my stride that this is what it's going to be like now. So just try and make it feel like it's normal so that you kind of treat it the same way and put the same amount of work in.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing? Because all that remote work, it can drive you insane. What are you doing that kind of helps you, not lose your mind? Things that keep you happy.
Yeah. Well, I don't live there anymore, but I was living pretty much on Blackford Hill. So I had like a lovely spot in Edinburgh to just go walk around. So pretty much every day I would make sure I'd spend at least like 30 minutes to an hour, just take a break, go walk around, clear my head. And that was really good. I mean, I was really lucky to have that so close by. So yeah, just embracing nature. But then I read a lot. That was one thing that I started doing. And I gave myself little tasks to do, like deep cleaning the house because I'm like that kind of person, but also like taught myself to touch type. Because I was a coder for so long, and I was just like the finger typer. Yeah, and I was like, no, this is like
yeah, you're gonna bring shame upon yourself.
Exactly. I was like, I can't show up to a job, and they're gonna be an interview, and I'm gonna be sitting doing this. They're not gonna take kindly to that. So I thought, okay, I've got all this time. I'm gonna teach myself. And that was one thing I'm really glad I did, because not only is it like it's useful to have if you're in an interview or you're doing a job to say like, look, I can type fast, and also when you're given like coding challenges in some of these interviews, if you can't do them fast enough, you're just not gonna not gonna succeed. So, but then also like all of the uni work that I've been doing is suddenly it suddenly feels so much easier because I can touch stuff like that, playing my guitar again as well, and just picking up little hobbies here and there.
So is that something you really enjoy then, playing guitar?
Yeah, that's something I used to do it a lot in high school, and pretty much from about the time I started high school, I picked it up, and right until I finished. And then I kind of took a break from it, just kind of fell into the background, and I didn't think about it too much for probably like 4 or 5 years. And then just recently it's kind of crept back into my view. Definitely during lockdown, it was just like, what is there to do?
Struggling to find things. So you see the guitar with the cobwebs on it. You're
pretty much. It was dusty in the corner, and I'm like, oh well, I haven't played that in a while, so I gave it a clean and just took it out, and it was. I really just like. I mean, I loved it when I used to play it, and I kind of regret a little bit that I kind of stopped pursuing it as much as I did. But now I've picked it up again. I'm back to kind of the standard that I was when I stopped, and so I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm going to stick with it.
That's really good to hear. That's really, really good to hear. Going back a little bit, because we know you as an esteemed member and as as part of uni, but let's talk about before university. What was your favorite subject at school?
Ooh, maths, I think.
Maths?
Yeah, definitely in primary school.
Why? All the way back in primary school?
Yeah. I used to, in primary school, I would, when it was break time and everyone else would go out and play, I would stay inside and I would do my times tables to try and
check you out.
I remember this vividly, and I would so I got to, I'm pretty sure this is the right number, it was the 2,714 times table. So I did all of I did from 2,714 multiplied by all the numbers up to 20.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I remember my teacher at the time came and was like, "You're really loving this stuff," and she put me into the top maths group and was like, "Okay, we're gonna give you more difficult stuff to do." And I just had this natural inclination towards kind of science and specifically maths when I was a child.
Yeah. Well, what about your dream job back then?
Ooh, I thought about this, and I'm pretty sure it was a paleontologist. So I had all these dinosaur magazines when I was growing up as well. I don't know, my mum gave them to me and I have no idea where she got them, but they were unbelievable. They had all these really cool drawings of the size of the dinosaur compared to people and other animals. And I used to look through and see if I could find the biggest dinosaur and how big it was with the little human next to it. And I just thought they were amazing. And I remember it would be so great to be a paleontologist and get to discover maybe new dinosaurs and just figure out these amazing creatures that we know very little about.
How's that changed now, do you think? Was your dream job a bit more realistic or still?
I think so. So, I mean, now the dream job really is, just anything with software, because I love coding, and it's something that comes very naturally to me. So, I don't know where I'll end up. I honestly haven't thought about exactly what job I'd like to be in, but I'd definitely like to be coding and doing software work. I know that much. And the nice thing is that still leaves paleontology kind of open,
A
because
little
there's
bit.
probably some software jobs that you could do that are within that
Honestly,
field.
you could put software into any job.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, software technology has just crept into pretty much every part of
Hmm.
life. So it's a good degree to have. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
we're both
Yeah.
on the right track.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed. It's a bit of an abstract question, but
Yeah.
what's something that people don't realize at first bite? What's like a fact that someone has to get to know you
Ah,
first?
okay. There's a few. I mean, I'm really deep into philosophy, but that's one that you will find out when you get to know me more. But I think a better one would be, I used to be quite overweight, like a long time ago
Uh-huh.
now. I think when I was about 20, 21, so talking 4 or 5 years ago. And now I don't really look it, so people don't
Yeah.
suspect it. But yeah, like that was for quite some time something I struggled with. And then, yeah, I managed to kind of take it all off and keep it off. And now that
Discipline.
I've
Yeah.
lost it, I've like, yeah, I kind of sometimes forget, and then
Hmm.
occasionally you meet someone who I haven't met since high school,
Uh-huh.
or like they haven't seen
And they
me in
look
a
at
long
you and they
time.
go,
They they don't even
is that
recognize
who I
me.
think it is?
Yeah, it's that big of a difference. So they're like,
Wow.
wow, that's yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice to hear when that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
really cool. Um, okay. Going back a bit to the whole COVID lockdown, not being able to work in person.
Yeah.
What was that transition like for you?
Mhm.
Or rather, working remote to now working in person in the construction site,
Yeah.
seeing the team members that you hadn't seen before.
Mhm.
How did that feel?
Really good. I think I wouldn't say I'm extroverted, but definitely I need that like social aspect. So that yeah, there's just something that you don't quite get when you're doing it remote. So coming and actually seeing people that's when I really felt like I was kind of part of the team. You know, I'd been doing all these meetings and I'd been working, but I know the team had been going since 2018, and I only
Yeah.
joined in late 2020. So I still felt a little bit like I was on the outside, kind of looking in. So yeah, it was difficult as well because it's been so long since you'd seen people in real life, you almost forgot how you're supposed to interact with
Oh
people.
yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like relearning social skills. But yeah, for me it was ideal. It was really nice to finally see people in person.
I completely
And,
agree with you. I had the exact same experience.
yeah,
You felt like a bit of an outsider in the meetings.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, why did you stop? Let's have a little pause.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way about working in person. It really is great. But have you actually ever worked in a construction site before, or is this your first time?
This is my first time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, doing software work, kind of just looking at a computer all day. So
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
think once
Yeah.
I mean, I really, really like working with my hands, and I am a bit of a tinker. I mean, because half my degree is electronics, and I really enjoy that side of it. Um, so yeah, like once I got saw that Jess was looking for people on the construction site, I was like, yeah, that's I
Sign me
don't
up.
know
Yeah.
anything, but I'm willing to learn and have the time to put in. So yeah, I just jumped at it, and I've been on for 2, maybe even 3 months now. So I feel like I've learned quite a lot and feel pretty confident with what we're doing as well now. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it challenging for you using tools?
Actually, not that much. I guess it can be challenging to start with.
Hmm.
Definitely, I was a bit nervous coming in, but I would say after about a week, I felt pretty comfortable, and the work isn't so scary. I would say that
Hmm.
it's like, oh god, I'm worried about making a mistake.
Maybe the
Yeah,
circular saw, but
yeah. There's some things where I'm like, okay, that's a
just
bit,
got to be
yeah,
careful.
it's a
Yeah.
bit dangerous. But I mean, I'm like very safety precaution focused person, so I
Hmm.
always like triple check
Oh
everything
yeah.
I'm doing. So I kind of give myself confidence when I do that, and
Hmm.
so usually I'm not feeling too nervous when I'm using the tool. Yeah.
Right. Well, we are pretty much at the end.
Hmm.
But before we go, we're going to give you an opportunity to just say any last words that you have,
Hmm.
and a message for students who are interested in projects like this. So first of all,
Hmm.
just do you have anything to close with, or
Yeah, I mean, just thank you to everybody at Steam for letting me join and be a part of it.
you're
And it's
welcome.
been it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, a lot of hard work. Can be stressful, but very rewarding. So yeah, I'm just really glad to be here. And for anybody who wants to join, just go for it. Message the team, send them an email, say I'm keen to join,
Hmm.
and they'll snap you up right away. And yeah, I think you won't regret joining. Not only is it a really interesting project and really exciting to work on, but it's also like very future focused, and it's trying to do like a very positive impact upon the world. So it's like a double whammy, basically. You
really
get to
is.
learn, but you also get to like really have this positive effect. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and we hope to see you again soon.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
It's been a blast.